Well, this has been a fun 18 hours. Yeah. So to give everybody a rundown that may or may not have seen the post that I put up last night, well, what's tonight? The Wednesday? Thursday? It doesn't matter. Time's a flat circle. I ended up getting hit with 3 copyright strikes in one day. So I ended up waking up. I had a bunch of my Squid Game stuff had been hit by Netflix for copyright strikes. And I got hit with 2 copyright strikes. And I immediately went on the account, took down, at least I thought I did. I took down all of my Squid Game stuff, obviously because I don't want to get hit with a third. And then around 10:30 at night, I get an email from YouTube that says your channel will be uh, taken down in 7 days because you got hit with a third copyright strike. I guess I missed an episode of season three's Squid Game recap. Obviously, I panicked, did not handle it well, especially because I don't drink. So, like, I probably, that's a moment where I just wanted alcohol. But for those that aren't aware of the process of being a content creator on YouTube, you're allowed to get up to 3 copyright strikes. Once you get the 3 copyright strikes, obviously YouTube gives you 7 days to figure it out. And what that means is you can either figure it out with the person who hit you with the copyright strikes, or you can do something called a counter notification. A counter notification? It doesn't matter. We'll just call it a counter. Okay. Um, if you don't do anything, let's say you have 2 copyright strikes. If you don't do anything, then after 90 days, those strikes go away, and then you're back in the good graces. What I was unaware of was the fact that if your account gets banned after the 7 days, if you have not figured it out and they just take down your account, now YouTube will ban you for life. Like, you're not allowed to create a new channel, which I thought I was going to be able to do. I thought I'd be spending all weekend repopulating a whole new channel. No, they'll take it down. And every channel that is associated with you will also be taken down. And then also, if you appear in another channel, that will be taken down. Like, they treat you like a war criminal. And I work in sports media. I have another YouTube channel about sports that I'm trying to build up. But in sports media, like, that, you're a pariah at that point. Like, if you can't be on YouTube, you're unhireable. So I'm losing it. Like any person in 2025, I went to my lawyer, ChatGPT. I asked them for some advice. I also went to Google support and asked them for some advice. And basically, my options were contact Netflix and ask them to rescind the strikes, which I felt like was a long shot, but I did it anyway. I sent 4 emails to the account for Netflix asking them to take it down. And then your other option is the counter. The risky nature of the counter is it's basically calling Netflix bluff, or whoever is accusing you of copyright. It's telling them you have 10 days to file a lawsuit against me. And if you don't file a lawsuit in 10 days, then I'm free. I'm good. I'm good to go. Nobody wants to be sued by Netflix, especially me. Like, I'm not making enough money to be sued by Netflix. But at the same time, this is my main source of income. It's why I beg you guys to just let the ads run in every video. Like, this is it for me. And I thought that I was definitely going to be in a situation where I was going to have to risk it and do the counter, not only to save the channel, but to, like, save any semblance of a career. The way I equated it was like a teacher getting caught having adult stuff with a student. Like, as soon as you hear that, you're like, oh, he or she will never teach again. Like, that for me is getting kicked off of YouTube. So I contacted some people over at Netflix. They didn't really know. I contacted a couple other creators that do recaps. I don't want to out them because snitches get stitches, but it seems like Netflix is kind of picking and choosing what shows they're uber sensitive about. Squid Game obviously being one. And what hurt me in this instance is the fact that I do individual episode recaps. If I had just done a Squid Game season 3 recap, that would have gotten hit, but it would have gotten hit for one strike. I do every episode, and then I do the season recap, and then I do, all the season. It's just, so I think in total 7 videos got hit with copyright strikes, and then obviously the third was like the death nail for me. But luckily, I was at some point today, like, I got an email from YouTube, and it said that Netflix rescinded 2 of the strikes, so we're good to go. On that front, I am sitting with 1 copyright strike. I'm able now at least to continue to create content. Hopefully, I wake up tomorrow and they've rescinded the third strike. One of the issues of being a content creator is when you do what I do or what any other recap channel does is it's the argument of fair use. The problem with fair use is it's a gray area. It's like Chappell Rowan's music. I think she sucks. You might love her. And that's the issue. You get in front of a judge and you can argue fair use and you can argue your case. But if that judge doesn't think that what you're doing is, quote, fair use in their mind, you're screwed. So that was the risk of filing a counter. But luckily, I won't have to do that. But what this means going forward, though, is I'm probably going to be doing a lot less Netflix shows. Or I'm going to be picking and choosing. Or I won't be doing the individual episodes. For example, like I had just finished Sandman Part 1. I was fully expecting to do Sandman Part 2. And I still might, but if I do, I'm probably only uploading the Sandman like Part 2. That's it, not individual episodes. And it sucks because I like doing the individual episodes. It keeps the channel, fluid with videos, and it doesn't seem like I'm going 5 or 6 days without putting something up. But this is the first time this has ever happened to me. I've never had an issue with any of the streaming services, and I do a lot of them. I mean, I've done HBO and Hulu and Showtime and Netflix, Apple, MGM, like you name it. I've probably at some point done a show from that streaming service, and this is the first time that I've been hit with copyright strikes. So it's terrifying for sure. But I do appreciate the people that had nice things to say on the post and all that. But luckily we are in the clear. We're good to go. I'm still shook, if you can't tell. Like I'm in the clear, but I'm still like shell shocked. So, but yeah, I'll start recapping some other shows. Like I started doing the Institute on MGM Plus. I still have to do The Summer I Turned Pretty. I know that's one of my favorites. How could it not be one of yours? I've already done season 1 and 2. I'm committed at this point. I got to see it out. I got to see who she ends up with. But yeah, the Netflix stuff, I'm probably going to be picking and choosing, which sucks because they're the biggest streaming service and, they do put out good stuff. But so that's the update. Hopefully you've made it this far to the channel. Like and subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell button. Put out fire videos every week. You guys know. Just, where the buttons are. But make sure you let the ads run. I'm not going to put ads in this video, but for future videos, let the ads run. Because as I said, I have bills to pay. I had sex twice. I have two kids. Who knew, right? Who knew the recap guy could get down like that? Well, by accident, she tripped, I fell, 2 kids popped out. All right, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go eat food.